Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity. Okay, today I'm diving back into the dating nightmares because I haven't done it in a while, and I am downloading. It's kind of like a very toxic horror movie, just nightmare that never ends of screenshots from men that I have just had to read because, okay, the thing is, I have never ever written any of these men first. And I'll say 92% of the time, I never write back. Even when they call me a slave, even when they call me the N word, the P word, the B word, there's a couple that called me out a name that I responded, but it was because of their ignorance and they were just proving how poorly educated they are and that they're naive bigots, racist, no good pieces of, yeah, you fill in the blanks. Yeah, if you want to fill in the blanks in the messages, let me know. But parts of me just wonders how ignorant and naive can you be? And these men show me this in the dating apps. And I think it's funny because now Scout, Meet Me, and Plenty of Fish kind of switched up and changed how they run things. I know it's not because of little old me, but I think it's at a point where now they, like, in order, I think, for them to write you, you have to swipe and everything. And I've never done that. Like, I swipe on Bumble and the Facebook dating one or whatever because, yeah, there's fewer men who have been in prison on those apps. It's like, for the love of, like, I don't know. Like, I think I mentioned this in another video. I think that when prisoners leave the facilities, in their goodbye package, there is a list of dating apps, and the top three are Meet Me, Scout, and Plenty of Fish. Because like, after I broke up with Mr. No Heart, like, I want to say the right year, 2021. Oh my gosh, yeah, 2021. Because it might have been like the very end of 2020, but I know for a fact like 2021 is when, but anyway, it's like one after another. It was like, I was in prison. I was in prison. I spent this much time in prison. I've been in prison twice. I've done this. This is my criminal record. This is what I like. And I'm just like, why are you like, what got you attracted to my profile? And I think that's one reason why I had to start being more petty. And even like, when a guy wrote me, I had to start asking questions they were going to be upset about. And they were going to start calling me out of my name, but I could not care less. And I'm not saying that every guy that's in prison can't turn a new leaf and everything like that. But at the same time, if you don't know the nightmare story that I have had, where literally one of my exes on purpose was driving around with me and he was doing something against the law and I had no idea. But then I found out he did it on purpose because since he wanted to drive, like, I already told, watch the Olive Garden story. Watch both parts. I think it's two parts. And I'll probably redo it all in one, but just watch it, just listen. Because a lot of men who've been sentenced and stuff, they don't realize when if you're going to date someone who's never been in the system and they want to keep their record clean and they're trying to build, especially start their own business and different things like that, They have to trust you. They have to earn your trust. And it's like the world is already just full of fake, awful, crazy people. And now I have to meeting a new person, and then I find out they were in the system. So now I need to, on top of learning everything else about them, I have to also figure out if they are worthy of my trust. That's exhausting. And I'm already fighting the fight of disability life, so it's exhausting. And so, anyway, oh yeah, and it's like if you like these videos at any time, like, comment, and subscribe, please. I have over 250, almost 260 videos now, I think. Yay. So yeah, a lot of my haters or a lot of people kept saying that I was just gonna give up and quit because when I started my channel, I none of my friends were like, no, I should correct that. Literally only 4 or 5 people that I know about my channel. I never posted it on Facebook. I just started posting it on Blue Sky. And so, and Tribble. But yeah, Tribble's an interesting demographic. Like I'm studying the demographics and everything, but yeah, they're two totally different, like, you know, arenas. But anyway, with the social media and the writings, and especially the dating apps, each one has a different demographic. And especially when it came to the criminals and everything like that, a lot of them went to Scout, Meet Me, and Plenty of Fish. And so I remember when like, after a terrible, awful date, which I still haven't said, I said most of the story in different episodes, but I haven't said the whole thing in one episode, I don't think. But when a guy talks to you for months and says how amazing and beautiful you are and how the world must be crazy to allow you to be single, because it's like he was saying how nice I was and generous, and just I always put a smile on his face on all that other garbage. Like I realized, just men just come up with garbage. They don't care. It's like they'll say anything and everything just to, like, okay, this will be another a future episode, and I think, okay, I'll screenshot it before I go to bed tonight. But there was literally a guy on Facebook dating who I matched with because I thought we could just talk, because he's all the way in Indiana. How come his second message was, can we meet up, can you come over? And I'm just like, what? I was like, and I wrote back, Indiana, question mark. And he was like, oh, okay. Then he wrote back later and he was like, can you come over tomorrow? And I was like 250 miles away. And so his comment was, if you come over 250 miles, he was going to give me $100 in gas. I have not had one conversation with this fool. Not one. Not one. Some of the, like, and I'm not talking about, okay, and for the men who feel offended, you only feel offended if you're part of that population. Because there are some great and amazing men. But there's also some men where you're just like, thank God I'm single. Thank God I'm single. And thank God I don't have anything to do with you. And some people are like, why would you thank God? You're like, because with a lot of the guys that would have come up to me, because a lot of men tell me that they will settle down for a woman with a disability. And I would never want a man who's going to tell me they're going to settle down. And I know, a little off topic, but it's on topic, because the messages I get from these men, and oh, okay, I need to remember, I need to add on one of my, it's not my favorite because, oh, he's so nice. It's one of my favorites because it's the most toxic. Because, okay, if you'll see it if I remember, but there's one black guy who wrote me because, with my standards, I talk about how I want somebody who has either a degree, a trade, or a certification. And that's because of Meet Me and Scout specifically. Most of those men, once they found out about my degrees and certifications, they kept telling me that I was a woman that wasted my time and my only job is to spread my legs and cook for them. And it was just so awful. And also after that awful date with the guy who is like, he had the nerve to tell me, "You're smart, you're beautiful, you're amazing, but I would be embarrassed if I walked around with you because of my disability." And it's just to a point where you're just like, or I was just like exhausted. I went to my computer and I created a list of standards and I posted it on each of those dating apps. And it's so funny because with Plenty of Fish, mum's the word. I did like hardly got any messages. I I did get messages, but 5 times it was from the same guy. And each time, like, he doesn't realize he's copying and pasting the same exact message. And that was another funny part. It's like, okay, guys, come on. I know you guys spent all day writing women, but can you at least change the verbiage, or can you at least switch out some nouns or adverbs or something? Come on now. Practice your English or practice your vocabulary. Can you switch something? It's like, I know the women aren't special to you, but can you at least try? Because I, like, you do not know how many times I get the same exact message from the same exact men over, like, so many times. I will probably do a series on that alone because I think I think I have the proof of about maybe 20 different men doing that. Yeah. I think of at least 20 men. But it's like the thing is, since I have so many images, I need to go through all of them and then fish them out and then look at the dates of each one and stuff like that. But if you've been reading the messages, because yeah, I've read some of these messages on here before. And I'm gonna like, some of these are already on my Patreon. Some of them aren't. These two I do not think are on Patreon yet. I will be downloading. I have so many, but these are the messages I get because one of my other requirements is you need to be vaccinated. One reason, because a lot of men tell me I'm stupid and an idiot and I'm going to die and by 2028 since I'm vaccinated, and that I must, oh, one called me a bigot because I'm vaccinated. And oh, like a couple guys called me the N word. He was like, you're a good for nothing N word because you're stupid enough to get vaccinated. Yeah. But yeah, that was a white guy. Don't worry, because yeah, with this episode, it's men of color, because I keep saying how everybody keeps hating on the black women, and that includes men of color. That includes black men, especially black men, when it comes to education, starting a business, and me trying to be my own person. Do you know, especially like church toxic men? Church toxic men are dangerous. And some of them are the leaders of the alpha men type of groups. They are the ones who are trying to say that women need to be submissive and behave. And I do have a screenshot of one of the guys in his profile. He says that he's looking for a man, or he's not looking for a man, or some of them, well, never mind, but he's looking for a woman that will behave. And I have quite a few, but I didn't like, yeah, I will have so many screenshots on this video that I at least want to have a wide range of the craziness that I get, and the wide scope of hate that I get from these men. Because again, I have my standards, and I have it so that I can feel safe with being myself. and also mental health. But I want to be able to be safe knowing that I can be myself and I don't have to change for the man. And a lot of black men, especially, tell me I have to change. A lot of black men tell me that I cannot marry outside of my race. I cannot date outside of my race. And if I want to marry, I have to marry black. And since a lot of black men are irritated because of my education, because of my goals, I have to change myself. And one even told me to stop using my education to downgrade myself in order to get a black man or to be able to have a black man accept me into his life. No, thank you. And that's why it's like I say, I'm happy to be single. I'm happy to, like, because I know some people are like, why would you be happy to be single? I only have one life, and I started my life growing up where everyone told me I had to be just like my sister, one of my sisters, and I was always told I was never going to be good enough. And while I was trying to figure out who I was, trying to develop my identity and everything, it was squashed, it was torn apart, burned, and threatened, and everything. And so now that I'm an adult, all of a sudden they expect me to now allow a man to control the rest of my life so then I don't get to enjoy any of it. I don't get to be myself in any of it. What kind of garbage is that? And then even with the alpha church men or whatever, they keep saying women are supposed to be submissive. My own pastor was just like, a woman should never argue with her husband. If her husband says to do something, even if you don't agree, it's like you follow with what he does. I'm not following stupid. It's like I just did a video about the California fires and how like the women were like, let's pack, let's get ready to go. And some of the men were like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna ask the neighbor what he thinks. Instead of asking her what she thinks, he's gonna ask the neighbor what he thinks. And it's like this guy, this and all everything I say is in my opinion, but this jerk a lot of them don't like my that I'm vaccinated. They don't like that I have 3 degrees, and they don't like that I want to adopt and foster. Some men actually told me that I must be stupid if I'm going to take care of else's children. And then there's other men who tell me that they only want to date me because I don't have kids and they want to impregnate me and basically add me to their baby mama collection. Yeah, one guy actually called it baby mama collection. And he said that I should be okay with that because he keeps his women in line. I repeat that he says he keeps his women in line. And he says that he will not tolerate a woman that already has children because he is not going to deal with another man. Yeah. But then people tell me that I should be embarrassed for not being married and that something must be wrong with me. But it's okay to be married and divorced twice and things like that because at least that shows that someone thought that you were worthy enough to get married, even though that person might have only married you to use you, take advantage of you, and breed with you and everything. But other than that, they didn't see much into you. They didn't see the quality with you. And especially if they only married you because of your beauty, beauty fades, age takes over. Age takes over. But yeah, a lot of these men. So, oh, and it's like I kind of forgot that I need to hide some words with this message. So I'm kind of glad I'm glancing over it. But yeah, a lot of these guys, they act like I have such high standards though. And a lot of the men also, when I say that I want a man that at least has some investments. And I say that because I kept bumping into broke men. I kept dating really extremely broke men who would lie to me. It was like men who would tell me that they didn't have enough gas to get to work and they need me. And it's like, and I thought it was just going to be borrow, and or they needed it for a job interview. And then next thing I know, they're buying special candy. If you don't know what special candy is, listen to a lot of my earlier episodes and everything. But oh yeah, well, special candy is a special candy you get off the street. Yeah, that's special candy. And if you still don't know, ask your mama, your auntie, or one of your best friends' moms or something like that, because one of them will know. One of them, well, even your neighbor, ask somebody anyway. Um, it's just with with investing, it's just I don't even say how much. Even if it was just a couple hundred, if it was 50, at least it would be $50 that was growing and working for you. But then there's a lot of black men who kept telling me investing is only for white men. Again, I am so glad to be single. Because if you are going to try to brainwash me and to tell me that kind of stupid, idiotic, poorly educated nonsense, I don't want to be anywhere around you. I don't. I don't. But then when a guy, especially my men of color, mm, when you find out that I have investments and things, especially to start my businesses, and so that when I get older, I will have money to live off of and to travel and everything. And then next thing I know, they try to tell me, take the money out now. Let's go on a cruise. I know some things we can do. We're going on a cruise. We're going to do. It's like if I take the money out now, there's going to be no money to invest. Oh yeah, well, I was like, that doesn't matter. You can always put more money in it later. Oh my gosh, So I don't know. It gets really annoying, very annoying, and especially when men of color put me down for my efforts, especially after everything I've been through and everything, and especially all the research I've done. And now that it's like I am starting to sell books and I'm writing more books, and then with my greeting cards I'm going to be marketing that. And it's like there's so many things I'm trying to work on, but instead of being motivated, I keep being told how they want to use the money immediately and not reinvest it or do something so that later in life it's easier. They can take a breather or whatever. And it's just annoying and frustrating and just, oh, because yeah, it's like I kind of feel like I need to go to a yoga class right now for some deep breathing exercises. And I can't, I had to include some Hispanic representation, right? I have so many. I have so many, especially some who they can't stand my list. And I don't even have a house but listed in my standards. I don't. I don't have a house listed. But so many men of color. Oh, so do you have a house? Do you have two trucks? Do you have BMW? Do you have this? And I'm just like, first of all, vehicles depreciate. Vehicles depreciate. So you're bragging and talking about your vehicles. Okay, good for you. And a house, yes, a house is one of the best assets. I'm going to be saving for one. That's one reason I'm starting my businesses and everything like that. And the type of house that I get, I'm hoping to have one where I can have a large area, or maybe there's a business component connected. So I doubt that's going to happen. So either that, I can find a house where nearby there are small business area, whatever. So, but it's like I'm planning and stuff. I have these in my notes in my business plan. But a lot of guys, because of my list, they just I don't even know. It's pretty sad. And then we yeah, this is the one where the guy was like, a woman needs to be well, or basically a woman needs to be well behaved. She needs to be submissive. And I mean, he didn't say all those words, but basically it's like, read, like, I have all the screenshots of his profile, whatever, but I'm doing mostly just like the basics with this episode because a lot of people sometimes, like, even though I've shown almost all of these screenshots before, I've shown them, but a lot of people haven't watched or listened to them. But then when I talk about and mention some of these in other episodes, no one believes me, or they say I'm exaggerating or I'm making it up. No, I'm not. Watch Dating Nightmare episodes. I have a lot of them. And all of these are proof of what I'm talking about. When I say that, like, black women are always the joke, or we're always like hated on, and we're almost dismissed, and no one thinks much of us, no one wants to listen to us, I say this for a reason. And it's like, whenever black women achieve things, they always say it's only because she's black. It's only because she's a woman. It's like, oh, she cheated at it. She paid for it. It's like, even with Beyonce, with the country album, like, is she getting it? Like, part of me is just like, what, for the love of, what do we have to do? What do we have to do? But this is more of just I have to just get some thoughts out, because especially when it comes to the people of color community, my Hispanics, my Muslim, my Asian men. I have examples of those too, but I just want to throw out some that I've already shown, and I'm gonna be getting to some of the other ones. But the hatred that we're getting still, and the blame, do you know how much they're still blaming us? Black women voted 92% for Kamala, but then they want to hate and blame us. No, no. I'm good. I'm all right now. No. So anyway, this is the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human. You're human too. If you guys want to check out more of the screenshots, there are a lot that I don't think have been on episodes yet that are on Patreon, and all of them are not blurred. Yeah, there's a couple that call me the N-word that are not blurred, that are up there. Yeah, because part of me feels like, why? I need a space, because I don't want to blur on here, because I want people to see the real person. I want them to see. And I know some people get insulted that I don't blur the R word. And yeah, I don't like seeing it. I don't like reading it, but I want people to see it. I want them to see what these people write. But there are certain words that I cannot show. But they're on Patreon. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As naked as a baby's bottom. Mm-hmm. No blurring, nothing. So, but you guys have a wonderful either day, morning, night. I hope you enjoyed a snack while with my videos. Normally, and enjoy a snack, or at least a delicious drink or something during this. But I will talk to you guys very soon. I have so many more screenshots to share and talk to you guys with, but first I need to finally get back to Reddit. Okay? Bye.